And Julian Alvarez. Lots of transfer speculation around the Manchester City forward. The club hoping to get in touch with him after this Copa America final to try and clear up where he sees his future. Colombia with a throw-in on the right-hand side. Santiago Arias has some big boots to fill, as we've already said about Daniel Munoz, but came on against Uruguay and showed not just defensive nous but an attacking threat too. Here's Cuesta on the left-hand corner of the penalty area to Mojica, who tries to launch one down the left-hand side. Luis Diaz will get a toe to this, but Romero quick to snap across with the challenge. That's into midfield and flicked out towards this left-hand side for Tagliafico. Argentina back in possession. Over the halfway line, running into a bit of a cul-de-sac as he was hunted down all the way into his own half by John Cordova. The Cressida forward, doing a bit of defending there. He's going to have to do a lot of that this evening. Forward, down the left-hand side. Tagliafico's got past his man, but dropping back in well was Jefferson Lerma of Crystal Palace with a toe to the ball over the byline and a play. Corner kick to Argentina. Good ball to Tagliafico, and he just got a kind break of the ball off of Santiago Arias. Messi will take the delivery from the left-hand side. Martinez and Romero wandering forward from the back. Camilo Vargas just looking over his left shoulder as Enzo Fernandez is making himself a nuisance with Jefferson Lerma just on the penalty spot at the moment, as Messi waits patiently, hands on hips. Referee looks happy to allow the corner kick to be taken now. It's Messi's ball, it's clipped in towards the near post and flicked away off the head of Jefferson Lerma, out towards the far side, collected by James Rodriguez. Clearance against Angel Di Maria. And a play for a Colombia goal kick. I'm sure this game will take a little bit of time to settle down as the two sides work each other out. This Colombia team, though, have been a joy to behold at the Copa America. There's been criticisms of the tournament itself and, well, some of the quality on show of some of the so-called lesser teams, with all due respect, but Colombia have been one of the brightest sparks of what's been a pretty good Copa America. That's a powerful header from Lerma. Luis Diaz's touch is slightly heavy. It's collected on the halfway line by Messi, who found Alvarez flick backwards. Here's Enzo Fernandez. Shuffles it to his right. Laid off to the defenders. It's Romero, who will float one out towards the left-hand side. It's taken down by Tagliafico. That's been intercepted, the pass inside. It was prodded forward by James Rodriguez, but intercepted well by Enzo Fernandez. Back to the goalkeeper Martinez. Cordova arriving at a rate of knots. Out to the right-hand side. Montiel has to juggle. It's an awkward clearance. It'll settle on the edge of the penalty area. Nodded forward by Lerma. Edge of the box. James Rodriguez juggles. Wants a free kick on the edge of the box. Isn't going to get one as Argentina try and break forward. On the halfway line with Messi, trying to drift away from his man. Clips one over the top. Alvarez will chase. Mojica is going to get there first, but it's left for the goalkeeper. And Camilo Vargas flicks it out to his right-hand side. Davinson Sanchez to Santiago Arias, forward into midfield. Richard Rios will try and burst past his man and does really well to curl one with the outside of his right boot to the left-hand side. Luis Diaz running quickly towards the edge of the penalty area and trying the snapshot. Gobbled up by Martinez at his near post. Encouraging start to the first half, though, from Colombia here. Looks like this could well be an open game. Luis Diaz using all of his pace there to cause Montiel and Romero cause for concern. Martinez just outside his 6-yard box. Floats one out towards the right-hand side. He was stretching to reach that, Montiel. Managed to do so, and it's, well, it managed to keep it in play, though. Mojica tosses this backwards. Carlos Cuesta midway through his own half. Davinson Sanchez now right of centre. To the right-hand side for Santiago Arias. couple of steps away from the halfway line, shuffled in field to Sanchez. We'll get it back off Jefferson Lerma here. Forward from Sanchez. James Rodriguez coming to collect it off the defenders. Wide to Santiago Arias, who will turn away from the press of Alexis McAllister. James Rodriguez with a good little touch to see him float past Alvarez. And now laid off by Lerma to Davinson Sanchez. Now James Rodriguez is the outside of his left boot and finds Santiago Arias. Nods it down to Cordoba, who tries to scoop it towards the bottom corner. That's pretty close from Cordoba. Emi Martinez looks pretty comfortable, but it's really well worked from Colombia. Just determined play from Santiago Arias. And he's clipped the outside of the post there, Cordoba. Had to improvise the finish. He was off balance, but he's almost put Colombia in the lead. Back here to Martinez. And that's given away by Lisandro Martinez into the penalty area. Outside the box, James Rodriguez, Jefferson Lerma, 25 yards from goal. Colombia swarming all over Argentina with Luis Diaz near the corner flag. Forced backwards by Montiel. Argentina have organised themselves a bit, and Colombia have to be patient. Shuffled into the centre circle for Davinson Sanchez. Right-hand side now, Santiago Arias. Looks lively already. Lerma. Left-hand side with Mojica. Shuffled across by Cuesta to Davinson Sanchez. Over the halfway line to Rodriguez. It's Lerma. Dropping alongside him, John Arias, as Richard Rios has just peeled out to this right-hand side. It is with John Arias on the left. Outside the centre circle, inside Colombia territory, Carlos Cuesta taking his time. To the left-hand side for Johan Mojica. Sanchez now. Argentina have pressed Colombia back into their own half as Arias tries to squeeze it past McAllister. Off the Liverpool midfielder, out of play for a throw-in. Los Cafeteros have started brightly. Santi Arias to take the throw-in on the right-hand side. It's down the touchline, well controlled by Cordoba and nodded back to James Rodriguez into midfield. John Arias slips it to his left to Mojica. Back to the halfway line. Here's Jefferson Lerma between the lines for Richard Rios. To Sanchez on the right-hand side halfway line. Forward from Rios. Squeeze down the touchline. Santi Arias is going to run onto this. Across the face of goal. Acrobatic attempt from Luis Diaz. It's a good clearance. Montiel got it clear. Mojica tries to cross from deep. That's floated wide of the post. Out of play for a goal kick. But again, Colombia getting themselves into some good positions. It was an awkward ball for Arias to deliver, skipping off the turf in front of him. And Montiel just wafted a boot towards him. It was enough as Diaz arrived and flung himself towards it. Martinez, his long ball downfield. Flicked on, but without much control by Alexis McAllister, and that's easy to collect for Camilo Vargas. Argentina just look a little bit disjointed in the opening 10 minutes. But it was a similar story against Canada in the semi-finals, but they only need one or two moments. Alvarez proved that, as did Lionel Messi. Here he is now, edge of the centre circle, floats one, beautiful ball out to the right-hand side for his long-term teammate, Angel Di Maria, who just doesn't have the elasticity in his legs now to stretch to that one. Colombia with the throw. Thrown in by Johan Mojica. Who is taking his time. It's back to him, and then he'll clear it downfield towards Cordoba. Down the left channel, it's off the forehead of Christian Romero. Another play for another throw into Colombia. That's taken quickly by Luis Diaz. Halfway line, John Arias shuffled into the centre circle for Sanchez. Sanchez with options to his right and in front of him. Good movement from Cordoba. It's wide though to Santi Arias on the right flank. Laid off to Rios. edge of the centre circle. Sanchez. Flicked out to that right-hand side again for Richard Rios. Here's James Rodriguez. Plays it to Sanchez 10 yards to his right. And back out wide to Richard Rios, who will slide it all the way back to Camilo Vargas. Cuesta, left of centre. Pressed by Messi. Back to the edge of the penalty area. Vargas now lifts one forward towards the halfway line. Header one by Rodrigo de Paul. Not it down though to Jefferson Lerma between the lines. Rodriguez allowed to turn wide to Arias with the pullback across the face of goal towards the near post. That's off the knee of Lisandro Martinez. Cordoba was just behind him. No question that Colombia have started the brighter of the two. Rodriguez takes all these set pieces for Colombia. He's created 17 opportunities so far in the tournament, 12 of which have come from these set pieces towards the back post and not even towards the 6-yard box. It was bouncing for a moment. Cordoba was interested. It was Cuesta at the back stick, totally free. Martinez pounced it in the end. It's a similar ball that Jefferson Lerma scored from against Uruguay. That ball stood up at the back stick. It's very difficult to defend against. And Argentina were caught napping there, but here they come on the front foot. Angel Di Maria, 30 yards from goal, right hand inside channel, bounces it into Messi. De Paul curls one to Tagliafico, edge of the centre circle, Enzo Fernandez. Forward from Romero. Infield now to Lionel Messi, 40 yards from goal. Ball to the edge of the box for Alvarez. That's a loose touch, and it's been won by Rios. And Lerma was slipping, but returns it to Rios, who will turn away very nicely and head over the halfway line into Argentinian territory. Santi Arias strong as Alvarez went swiping towards the ball. James Rodriguez on the halfway line, tried to steer it forward to Cordoba. But that's pretty poor by his standards, and Argentina are in possession on the halfway line. Edge of the centre circle, Enzo Fernandez. Now with Romero. Right in the middle of the Argentina half. He's trying to slow things down here and give his side the opportunity to try and settle, which is something that they haven't managed to do in the opening 14 minutes. Inside, that's a good challenge from John Arias, and now forward from Lerma. Hefty challenge on James Rodriguez, forced wide Colombia, but they'll be pulled back here. It will be a set piece for Colombia. You can imagine James Rodriguez may take the free kick that he's won off Alexis McAllister. Quickly attended to by Rafael Klaus, the referee. We'll have a little look at the replay. It was Enzo Fernandez getting really tight to James Rodriguez, just wrapped his right boot around him from behind and, well, he's caught him. This one, 35 yards from goal, right of centre. Colombia go through the same routine every single time. John Arias wanders across, much like Bruno Fernandes does for Portugal. But you know exactly who's taking this set piece. It will be James Rodriguez. One in the wall, that's Messi. Other than that, it's the recognisable crowd of bodies on the edge of the penalty area. They'll go streaming into the box very shortly. If he wants to play it around the outside, Santi Arias is in there. It's Rodriguez towards the 6-yard line. Emi Martinez watched it all the way into his gloves. Good goalkeeping for the Villa man. Colombia still the game, the team dictating the action. Santi Arias has been bright down the right-hand side, whipping crosses into the penalty area. Cordoba has brushed the outside of the post. Argentina yet to really test Vargas. Maybe they can here, down the left-hand side. That's prodded towards Tagliafico. Di Maria dancing forward between tackles, past Arias to the edge of the penalty area, left-hand side. He ran into Arias, and now it's worked by Rios. to Cuesta. Now forward. It's John Arias that tries to burst away. Referee says that McAllister won the ball. Messi lifts one forward. The run was from wide and in by Di Maria, but that's too far away from him. Another one from Vargas to mop up easily on his 6-yard line. Out to the left back, Mojica. Back now to Cuesta. Edge of the penalty area with Sanchez. And now to the right back, Arias. Back to Davinson Sanchez. Feeds Vargas. Left corner of the penalty area, Cuesta. Now Mojica again finds the goalkeeper, who finds the former Tottenham man, Davinson Sanchez. Will float one forward, looking for Cordoba, who now presses Lisandro Martinez and makes that difficult for him. It was all over him, and Martinez had to put it out of play for a throw-in deep inside his own half of the pitch. Rodriguez will leave this to Santiago Arias. The Bahia fullback wanders forward and quickly, sharply tosses this in. To Sanchez, worked across, Diaz to Mojica on the outside, back in field to Luis Diaz. Sanchez, Lerma can turn, tries to slip one through. Cordoba, hefty challenge from Lisandro Martinez, but he won the ball, it was clean. McAllister to Montiel. Back to Romero. Enzo Fernandez can turn. Fernandez over the halfway line to Messi. Touch with his left, pass with his right. To Rodrigo de Paul. New hairdo for the Atletico Madrid midfielder. Shocker bleached blonde hair. He had flowing locks in the last game. Maybe a superstition, as he's changed his hairdo. Not sure I'd be able to do that before a major final. Mess with something that's been a success for him so far. He's been amongst Argentina's best performers in the tournament. Romero to Martinez, now to his left to Tagliafico. Inside. Played out to Di Maria on the left by Messi. Now Maria again. Di Maria rather floats one backwards, and Enzo Fernandez lets that run all the way through to the goalkeeper. Emi Martinez to the right. Rodrigo de Paul tries to bundle his way past John Arias, who shut the door in his face. It'll be a throw-in for Argentina, though midway through their own half of the pitch. So far so good for Nesta Lorenzo. Lionel Scaloni will be frustrated. Now, in case you think that the players won't have been affected by what happened before the game, apparently Alexis McAllister's mum was talking to Argentine TV. He said Alexis had to come out to get them in. He was worried about them and said that it was inhuman. He gave them a hug and told them to stay calm as he got ready to play. So must be a awful way to get prepared for a final of a major tournament. I'm sure the fallouts will continue. As it's forward from Romero. Now Rodrigo de Paul allowed to press forward to the halfway line and just prod one forward to Messi, who's striking off one challenge, then another. Rolls Jefferson Lerma and John Arias, edge of the penalty area. Wide from Tagliafico. Di Maria, penalty spot, Messi! Alvarez got in his way. Took the sting out of the shot. Vargas happy. But he did, because that's a good effort from Lionel Messi. It's goal bound. It's just clipped the heels of Alvarez, who was trying to get out of the way. And another touch as well on the way through off Carlos Cuesta. Was it Davinson Sanchez? Either or. The result is that it's still Argentina 0, Colombia 0. Mojica, left-hand side. Tentatively crosses the halfway line, little back heel in field. Looking for Luis Diaz, intercepted though by Enzo Fernandez and carried forward by McAllister towards the right-hand side. Messi in a tangle, still wins the throw. Gonzalo Montiel will come forward from right back to take it for Argentina. Tossed in. That's well on though by Colombia. They've not been overawed by the world champions. Ranked number 12 in the world, Colombia, to Argentina's top spot. We've already spoken about their pedigree. This is their 24th appearance at the Copa America. And for a country of their footballing calibre and, well, history and pedigree, you'd expect them to have more than just the one title to their name. And they're trying to prove a point in this tournament, Colombia, that they can go toe-to-toe with the big boys. It's the head-to-head between these two sides isn't the greatest of readings for Colombia. They've won 9 contests, Argentina 26, and there's only been 8 draws. Clip down the right-hand side. It's a good touch from Luis Diaz, who's just topside to the moment, but a little bit too physical with Alexis McAllister pulling back at his club colleague, and it will be a free kick for Argentina on their left-hand side, just forward from their defensive third. In fact, it's around 15 yards from the halfway line. And it's infield to Enzo Fernandez here, who lays it off to Rodrigo de Paul. Now backwards to Lisandro Martinez, who slows down as he heads towards the edge of the centre circle. He'll get it back off Enzo Fernandez, and they'll try and encourage Colombia to press and look to play in behind the space, as it's followed all the way by Cordoba to Emi Martinez, the keeper. Lisandro Martinez in the corner flag, prodded down the touchline for Tagliafico. 2 around him to contend with, and tries to curl it down the line. That's out of play for a throw into Colombia. Been playing this kind of game all tournament, Colombia, just getting up in the faces of their oppositions. So it's tossed in by Santiago Arias. Backwards to Davinson Sanchez. Flicked by Cuesta to Mojica. It's a slow, calm little pass to John Arias, and now steered back to Cuesta on the edge of the centre circle, inside Colombia's half of the pitch, to Sanchez to his right, who starts to accelerate over the halfway line and tries to slip one through the eye of a needle towards John Cordoba. Runs all the way through to the hands of Emi Martinez. Tossed out to Tagliafico, who has to flick it inside. Martinez. Lisandro. Out to the penalty area, back to Emi Martinez, who shifts one down the middle, looking for the head of Alvarez. Mismatch there between Cuesta, who will win the header, and now Jefferson Lerma tries to plant it forward towards Cordoba. That's been picked up, and Messi has picked it up in the centre circle. Flicks it wide to the left-hand side. Tagliafico, little cushion to Di Maria, looking for Messi. Hunted down by Rios, forward from Lerma. John Arias to Mojica. Left-hand side now, Luis Diaz. He's met by Rodrigo de Paul. Floats in field, Liverpool. The Liverpool winger. James Rodriguez alongside Mojica on the far side. Down the touchline for John Arias, but not too far into the Argentina half. Here's Jefferson Lerma with a bit of space in the centre circle. Early ball towards Cordoba, who's just holding off Romero, who's followed him all the way towards the halfway line. Richard Rios to Davinson Sanchez. Now Rios will try and float one out to Mojica. That's taken down beautifully by the fullback in an attacking position. Laid off to James Rodriguez. Back down the touchline for Mojica. There's the ball into the penalty area towards the penalty spot. Cordoba got there, but so did Lisandro Martinez. He wants a corner kick, does Cordoba. Referee points to the 6-yard line. Will be a goal kick for Argentina. As we head past the halfway point in the first half, you start to wonder whether Colombia will rue not taking advantage of this positive spell at the start of the game. They've dominated the ball, 52% possession for Colombia to Argentina's 48. Long downfield from Emi Martinez. That's over the head of Alvarez. Di Maria will Try and challenge for it with Arias. That's really good work from Davinson Sanchez. Stays in possession down the touchline and slides one forward to James Rodriguez into the centre circle. Lerma's rather turn into the press of Messi, but did really well to find Mojica, who slipped it forward on the left-hand side for Luis Diaz. Stepping inside, looking for space, looking for support, looking for ideas. There's Rodriguez to help him. Now finds Lerma, whipped to the right-hand side for Santi Arias, who steps in field, chased by Tagliafico. Back to the halfway line for Davinson Sanchez. The momentum has just started to ebb away from this Colombia move now, but they're persevering. On the left-hand side with Mojica. John Arias, laid off by Luis Diaz for Jefferson Lerma, edge of the penalty area. Rodriguez looked to drop the shoulder. He was well marshalled though by Enzo Fernandez, but Santi Arias flicks his way past Tagliafico in towards the near post corner, but went flying in. He's caught his man there, Lisandro Martinez, who cleared the danger. Referee shows the Colombia forward a yellow card. I'm sure Rodolfo Toschi will be having a look at this. The Cordoba just trying to get a touch on it in the near post. He's off the ground. His studs have caught Lisandro Martinez on his instep. I think a yellow card is probably the right decision from the referee. But he's got to be careful. There is obviously reinforcements on the bench if Nestor Lorenzo requires them. Rafael Borre, John Duran of Aston Villa and Miguel Boya of River Plate. We'll see. He does prefer to bring them on as further attacking options rather than replacement attacking options. Well, I think we're still waiting here as the video assistant referee has a little look at this. Nestor Lorenzo having a little word with Juan Benitez, the Paraguayan fourth official, about what he thinks about this. Rafael Klaus just waiting for the treatment for Lisandro Martinez. They still suit Argentina. They haven't found a flow at all. And maybe an opportunity to just reset, take a deep breath and remind themselves that they are favourites and can start to assert themselves on the final. We will restart with the goal kick. It'll be Emi Martinez standing over it. There's a real energy around the stadium, which is remarkable considering some of these people stood in almost 90 degrees Fahrenheit weather for maybe 2.5 hours waiting to get into this stadium. Emiliano Martinez just waits a couple of steps away from his 6-yard line before we can get back underway. Some people are being removed from the stadium. Before the game kicked off, you could see that there were lots of empty seats, but also lots of people in the concourses, on the railings. And in the last few minutes, I've seen some pictures that there are thousands of people still locked outside the stadium, still trying to gain access, whereas other people are watching the game outside. It seems like the ground is full, but, well, we're hoping that some security guards in the crowd are finding those with tickets, and with those without, we do desperately hope that people have bought tickets for the game aren't locked outside as we head towards the half-an-hour mark in the Copa America final with still no goals, and Colombia in charge here as Mojica collects it inside his own half and strides forward languidly towards the halfway line, late infield to Jefferson Lerma. Forward now for John Arias, laid back out to the left-hand side for Mojica, and now Lerma. Richard Rios will rifle this all the way back to Camilo Vargas. Left-footed pass to his right, finds Davinson Sanchez. Back again to the keeper. Not just a warm day for the fans, it's been a warm day and a warm evening for both sets of players. Camilo Vargas to his right. Davinson Sanchez will try and lift one forward. And Looked like he might have been dipping over the head of Christian Romero as Luis Diaz came in from the touchline. That's a lovely back heel on the touchline to keep it in play. Find John Arias, and now Jefferson Lerma to Richard Rios, who turns away from the Argentina midfield. It was Alvarez getting back. Kept alive here. Luis Diaz, left of centre. 15 yards inside the Argentina half. He tries to just float his way past Enzo Fernandez. It's flicked out to the left-hand side for John Arias. Backwards to Lerma, down the touchline for Diaz, steps onto his right foot, followed by Rodrigo de Paul, squeezed forward by Luis Diaz, and Cordoba's held it up well and found James Rodriguez, who chose to curl into the path of Luis Diaz, who made a good run into the penalty area. It was Argentina with the clearing header, and back to Martinez, who's hammered towards the halfway line, but that's chested down by Cuesta, forward to Lerma. John Arias on the half turn. It's a poor challenge from Enzo Fernandez, advantage given to Colombia. Luis Diaz in possession. Richard Rios tries to just casually stroke that past Tagliafico, but it's been picked up here by Di Maria on the left-hand side, and he has been fouled. Little tug back from James Rodriguez, says Rafael Claus. Not sure I agree with the referee's assessment there, neither does James Rodriguez, but it's Rafael Claus's opinion that matters. The slightest of touches from James Rodriguez, and it was fully exploited by Angel Di Maria. That's why he's played so many times for his country. In the centre circle, Messi just dawdled on it a bit too long. Not often you can say that across his career. And here comes Luis Diaz, floating on the left-hand side for Colombia. Sliding in came Romero, perfectly timed, but the ball's broken to Mejica on the left-hand side. And it's Lerma who strikes from distance. Lerma! Wow! So close. He's hit that with real venom from 35 yards. Martinez went flying away to his right, clearly troubled. It was fizzing towards target, just curling away, and there's a little brush off the finger of Emi Martinez. It was going wide, and it's been given as a corner as well. Felt compelled to touch it around the post, Martinez. Corner kick from the left-hand side. Colombia thrive from these, especially with James Rodriguez over them. Plenty of pushing and shoving and holding inside the penalty area. Referee's already had a word. Here's Rodriguez, a ball in towards the near post. It's a header from Cordoba, but it's back out to Rodriguez. The flag will go up. He's flicked it into the 6-yard box, easily collected by Emi Martinez. Free kick will be Argentina's. But wow, you do really have to have another look at the corner kick, as well. Cordoba just couldn't react in time. Instead of squeezing his effort towards goal, or at least his touch towards goal, and instead bobbled back out towards James Rodriguez, who was in an offside position, but it was a really good ball again. And Argentina just haven't managed to cope with these Colombia set pieces. Haven't got to grips with them yet. In a sense here, as Romero wanders away from the board and allows Martinez to spot it up on the edge of his penalty area. But the World Cup holders are, well, looking to just play their way through to half-time. Romero to Martinez, down the right-hand side. Plenty of space here for Montiel. Lays it off to Messi on the right, steps in field. Past John Arias, left-footed ball in field to Enzo Fernandez. Back to Lionel Messi, plays that against the midriff of Jefferson Lerma. Rodrigo de Paul, back to the halfway line for Romero. Romero just walks his way into Colombian territory. Messi with the pass backwards. Onto the chest of Lisandro Martinez on the centre spot. Forward to McAllister, left-hand side, Tagliafico. Now Di Maria, back to Tagliafico. Di Maria again on the left-hand side. Tries to float in field, finds McAllister. First time ball forward, back heel from Messi. McAllister bundles his way through. Messi dancing his way into the penalty area, gets to the byline, tries to clip across in. He's gone tumbling over the byline, clutching his ankle. Colombia have seen him off. It was good work from Santi Arias. But for a moment we saw a flash of the Messi of old as he just floated past tackle after tackle. It was a back heel from McAllister that bounced off Lerma, squeezed into the feet of Lionel Messi from I think it was Angel Di Maria, but he was being forced further and further wide, Lionel Messi, and Santi Arias was right on top of him. And that's an awkward one from Arias. It's gone over the touchline and Messi's just got caught underneath him. And still some concern for Argentina's talisman, who is down on the deck and covering his face as the Argentina medical team comes on to give him some treatment. We've got 9 minutes left until the half-time break. Leo Messi on his back in the Hard Rock Stadium. He's been in and out of the side with injury over the course of the tournament. He's only got 1 goal to his name as well, Leo Messi. And some concern on the faces of Argentine supporters in the stands, and well, his manager's going to be fretting over this too. They do have a able replacement. I can't say more than able, of course, because Lionel Messi is a very tough man to replace. But Lautaro Martinez, with 4 goals in the tournament so far, is leading the race for the Golden Boot. In fact, he'll take some beating. Some Argentina fans are on the verge of tears. His powers of recovery not quite what they once were, Leo Messi, but he's on his feet, if moving a little bit awkwardly. He's back on his feet, and even the Colombia fans in the stadium are applauding him. It's the kind of respect he does inspire. Despite their proximity in South America and the regularity with which they play each other, this isn't the most hostile of rivalries in South America. It's almost what they like to call a frenemy rivalry. Plenty of fraternal love in the stands. There's no segregation in the Copa America, and it's good to see as well, because, well, a feast of football on show in Miami this evening. Forward, Cuesta over the halfway line finds Diaz, trying to spear one towards Rios, who was caught on his heels. And they'll try and carry the ball forward here, Argentina, to the halfway line for Di Maria. Finds Messi back on the pitch. Enzo Fernandez in the middle of the Argentina half. Romero will wander it forward to the halfway line and lay it off to Rodrigo de Paul. They'll go backwards again, Argentina, all the way to Emi Martinez, just outside his penalty area. Slip to the left-hand side. Forward from Tagliafico to Messi, who's just stayed in the same position after wandering onto the field of play, and now will just try and burst away for the first time as he flicks it inside to McAllister, who in turn finds Enzo Fernandez, and it's round the outside for Rodrigo de Paul, who's been out-muscled from the ball by John Arias, and now Jefferson Lerma can try and carry it to the centre circle. Into a cul-de-sac, has to lay it off to Arias, and now Rios down the left-hand side for Mojica, tries to get into a crossing position. There's the ball into the box, it's over the top of the 6-yard area, all the way through to this right-hand side. Santiago Arias collects it, laid off backwards, right-hand inside channel. Richard Rios shifted onto his right, floats one towards the back post, header towards goal, but it's wide in the end from John Arias, and no power in the effort. And Leo Messi still not happy. He's wondering, he's still clutching at that ankle. He's had a hamstring problem and hasn't been particularly comfortable. He was rested for that 3rd group game against Peru. Here's McAllister. Thought he had runners outside him. Didn't. Throw in Colombia. Typifies Argentina's evening. Tossed in by Arias to Sanchez. No. Carlos Cuesta. Forward from Mojica to Diaz, who starts to accelerate and squeezes one to the edge of the penalty area. James Rodriguez had tried to hit it on the half volley. It's shot from 35 yards. Richard Rios went for the spectacular clean hit, but it was watched all the way by Emi Martinez, who just had to sidestep to his left and gobble it up. Roll to Enzo Fernandez, buzzing around him, Cordoba. Romero to his left, Martinez. Towards the edge of the centre circle now, and here is Enzo Fernandez trying to burst forward, trying to create space. DePaul to the right for Messi, who is wandering around. His body language isn't good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see much more of Messi in this Copa America final. Forward from McAllister. Alvarez holds it up well, finds McAllister again, left-hand side for Di Maria. Here's McAllister, whips one to the right-hand side. Rodrigo DePaul cushions it down for Messi. This will be a test of his fitness. Messi to his right. Montiel up from fullback, level with the edge of the penalty area, tries to squeeze it past Mojica. Can't do so, and it's forward to Luis Diaz, who tries to set off on the counter, battling with Rodrigo DePaul on the halfway line, who's won the ball really well. Right-hand side of the centre circle inside Argentina territory. McAllister flicks one wide. Left-hand side, Di Maria will try and steer one into the path of Alvarez. The clearance was good from Sanchez, but Arias has given it away. Back into the centre circle. Fernandez to Montiel, wide on the right-hand side, the fullback. Again, the cross is closed down by Mojica. And here's John Arias. Left-hand corner of the Colombia box. James Rodriguez tries to lift one out towards the right-hand side. Rios won't catch up with that. It's Di Maria instead. Back to Tagliafico. And this time Di Maria steers it back to Lisandro Martinez. Into the centre circle for Enzo Fernandez. Shuffled into the feet of Rodrigo DePaul. Laid back to Lisandro Martinez, left-hand side. Now Tagliafico just steps over the halfway line and tentatively tries to ghost his way into a bit of space and still going. Ran into Santiago Arias, who just cut across his path, and the referee blows the whistle. That'll be a free kick for Argentina. A smile on the face of the Fluminense fullback, who for me just held his ground as Tagliafico saw his little window open up. He tried to squeeze through it. I think there was a suggestion there from Alexis McAllister that the referee should have at least reached into his book, because there was contact from the arm or maybe the elbow of Santi Arias. 43 minutes on the clock, set piece level with the left-hand side of the penalty area, 25 yards from goal. Messi stands over it, as does Rodrigo DePaul. Line of yellow shirts on the edge of their own box, joined by 4 or 5 white and blue shirts. Messi's ball floated in, header from just to the left of the penalty spot, over the bar from Lisandro Martinez. It was Tagliafico, in fact. Just got in front of Carlos Cuesta. He and Alvarez rather challenging for the same ball. Mojica. Arias alongside him. Forward over the halfway line to Diaz. Lays this off to Rodriguez. Back to Diaz again. Prods it into the centre circle for Rios. Halfway line. Forward to Rios from Sanchez. Now Rodriguez to his left. John Arias. Wide from Rodriguez to Mojica. That's a good run from John Arias. Out to the penalty area. Cordoba got that wrong. Arias was continuing his run, and it was a simple pass to get him in behind. Colombia have won the ball back, though. Full of confidence as they head towards half-time. Forward from Rios. Arias telegraphed. Rodrigo DePaul went sliding in, and he's caught James Rodriguez in the process. Referee will stop play. I think Rodriguez made the referee's mind up there. Colombia with a rapid restart. Just about kept in play on the far side. What hit by John Arias? No, says the referee. Argentina with the throw. One minute at a time. The first half entertainment has been pretty good. The half-time entertainment should be pretty good too, as Shakira waits on patiently in the wings. She's got 40 seconds before she can get ready for her performance. But for now, It's a fascinating tussle between two of the sides of the tournament so far. 30 seconds remain at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tossed in by Argentina. It's on this right-hand side and well won again by Mojica, who's been impressive. Cuesta caught in possession. Sanchez will have to slam it clear from the edge of his own penalty area. It was dropping out of the sky towards Luis Diaz in the centre circle. Lunging in went Davinson Sanchez again with Alvarez. Got a toe to the ball. Here's Rodrigo de Paul. Runners around him, ticking towards half-time. Referee blows the whistle, collects the ball, and it is half-time. No goals in the opening period after a delayed start to the Copa America 2024. There's been chances for Cordoba, who
Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page.
Vargas, the goalkeeper, with a back four of Mojica on the left-hand side, Sanchez and Cuesta, the two centre-halves, Santiago Arias deputising for the suspended Daniel Munoz at right-back. Two in midfield, Lerma, Rios with James Rodriguez in front of them. Luis Diaz down the left, but he's been floating out to the right quite a lot as well. John Cordoba, the centre-forward, with John Arias down the right, but he too has been tucking into central areas to come and play with Lerma and Rios. Here's James Rodriguez, left of centre, prodded forward by Luis Diaz. Rodriguez's early ball, Cordoba will flick it on towards the back post. It's hammered towards the far corner by Santiago Arias. He caught it really well, but it's wide. It's another confident strike from Santiago Arias, who was at the heart of a lot of what Colombia did going forward, the fullback in the first half. Here with a shy goal of his own, Cordoba clipped the post in the first half. Now Arias with an early sighter, 2.5 minutes into the second half. Many people expected Argentina to take control of this final. It's been the reverse. Lisandro Martinez will walk this out of his penalty area. Forward into midfield for McAllister. Tagliafico, McAllister. Wide to the right-hand side. Made in field by Montiel to Messi. Round the corner, McAllister tries to latch onto it. He's bundled his way through. Keeper's come a long way. Hammered towards goal by Di Maria. Saved by Vargas, 12 yards off his line. And that's really good work from Rios to bundle it back for Colombia down the right-hand side. Rios strolling forward casually into Argentina territory. Little step over in front of Enzo Fernandez, who's won the ball and barks at Rios, who's clutching his ankle and replies in kind to Richard Rios. He's a combustible figure. Arias just with a little touch onto McAllister to help the ball run away from the Liverpool attacking midfielder. It is forward from Tagliafico to Messi, now backwards to the halfway line via Fernandez to Lisandro Martinez. Back to Emiliano Martinez, who lifts one out to the left-hand side, finds Tagliafico. Back to the corner of the penalty area. Lisandro Martinez is in possession. The Argentina fans not happy with what they're seeing so far. There's some jeers and whistles from the stands. It's lifted out to the right-hand side, nodded down well. It's Rodrigo de Paul who's stepping back into his own half. Enzo Fernandez slipped, but still managed to squeeze it back to de Paul, and chasing after it right down the right-hand side goes Gonzalo Montiel, but even he's not quick enough to catch up with it. Colombia with the throw. Level the edge of their own box. Mojica will be the man to get it back into play when the officials are happy to let him do so. They're just delaying things for the moment. Now Mojica can get it underway, and it's heaved down the touchline towards the halfway line. Diaz just shrugged at Christian Romero out of the way of the ball as it was tossed towards him. Colombia wanted to get it back moving quickly, but the referee will pull it back as Romero's still on the deck. And Tottenham centre-half looks to have hurt himself there. He just jumped as Luis Diaz came closing in to try and take the ball out of the sky. He's just put him off balance in mid-air, and he's landed awkwardly, Christian Romero, but he looks okay to continue. Cuesta finds Sanchez inside the Colombia half. And Cuesta will launch one wide to the right-hand side. Arias won't win it, nodded down on that left-hand side by Tagliafico. Header forward by Lisandro Martinez from 10 yards outside his own penalty area. That looks like a problem from Luis Diaz, who's wide on the far side, and the referee spotted it now. Diaz clutching at his neck, and well, it just seemed to be a fair challenge between the two on that far side. He was suddenly on Martinez's radar, and Martinez just does spread his body, put his arm out to his left, and he has caught Luis Diaz in the throat, and it's a pretty painful one for the Liverpool forward. And I'm not sure there'll be any further punishment for Lisandro Martinez. In fact, Argentina will continue. They just wanted to check on the well-being of Luis Diaz. Over the top from Tagliafico. Di Maria battling with Davinson Sanchez, who wins that one. Too strong for him. And the flag goes up anyway. Route 1 stuff from Argentina almost paid off. Di Maria just going a little bit early from the touchline. It's back inside from Davinson Sanchez to the penalty spot where his keeper Vargas will find Cuesta left of centre over the top. Cordoba tries to chase it. It's just eased back to the goalkeeper, ushered back by Christian Romero. Martinez fishes it to the left-hand side. Here comes Tagliafico. Di Maria infield. Messi closed down by Arias. Powerful challenge by Luis Diaz, committed challenge. It's an awkward ball back from James Rodriguez, but Colombia keep possession with Richard Rios on the right-hand side. To the edge of their own penalty area with Davinson Sanchez forward into midfield. Turning away John Arias, loves to come and collect the ball and help Colombia build. It's Mojica forward. Cordoba comes wide to pick it up and just carries it into the centre circle to find Lerma. Now Rios tries to break away out towards the right-hand side, has support in the form of Santi Arias, who now steps in field, pursued by Tagliafico, laid off. Rodriguez, left-hand side of the penalty area, edge of the box, John Arias onto his right foot, tries to shoot towards goal, deflection off Rodrigo de Paul. It was from some way out, Arias, but he's wanted to find a corner in the process. Rodrigo de Paul didn't necessarily agree with the referee's assessment, but it was pretty clear. They took a big old knock off his knee on the way through. James Rodriguez to deliver. This has been a real strength for Colombia, not just the tournament, but this evening too. It's towards the back post, back across the face of goal by Cordoba, and put over the top by Davinson Sanchez. It's the same routine. It's Rodriguez who hangs it up to the back post. Cordoba off balance, can cushion it back across the face of goal, and Davinson Sanchez had to literally unwrap himself from the literal grips of Christian Romero at the far post to get a header on the ball in the first place. He's put it over the bar, and it's a really good chance for Colombia. Nicolas Tagliafico's gone wandering away, clutching the side of his head. I think he might have caught a boot as Davinson Sanchez with an awkward tumble to the turf, similar to the incident a few moments prior. Emi Martinez stands over the ball, the Aston Villa goalkeeper. This one will go long. James Rodriguez intercepted by Enzo Fernandez in the career of Argentina into McAllister. Now Messi, been a figure on the periphery for the 55 minutes we've had so far. Whipped out to the right-hand side for Montiel. Back to Rodrigo de Paul on the halfway line. Clumsy challenge from Luis Diaz, Argentina with the free kick. Rolls it out in front of him. The Atletico Madrid midfielder. He's trying to direct his teammates around him. He wants to lift this and try and stretch the play as much as possible. De Paul will chip it forward, and well, Cuesta couldn't get there, but there's Davinson Sanchez to put his left boot through it. Long downfield, Romero's header picked up on the halfway line by James Rodriguez. Diaz tries to turn away from Rodrigo de Paul. He was outnumbered and eventually ends up fouling Gonzalo Montiel for an Argentina free kick wide on their right-hand side. This is an unfamiliar feeling for Argentina. Less than 50% possession in the first half. It's the first time that they've gone into the half-time break having less than the majority of possession since the 2022 World Cup semi-final against Croatia back in Qatar. Romero with the free kick. 6 yards off the touchline, 10 yards from the halfway line. The Tottenham defender will take his time over it, but eventually play it square to his left to find Fernandez. Now slip forward, out to the left-hand side for Di Maria, who tries to go around the outside of Arias, and he's got a little bit of space. Di Maria clips it to the edge of the penalty area, header from McAllister, appeals for the handball. McAllister keeps it alive, edge of the penalty area, chested down by Fernandez. Little cushion pass to Messi, tries to skip past one, wide to the right-hand side, across the face of goal, stabbed away by Sanchez. Rodrigo de Paul. Inside to Enzo Fernandez again. De Paul from deep. Tries to slip it into the run of Lionel Messi. Cuesta shuts the door. Montiel couldn't get there. Cleared down the left-hand side. And that's a good little touch by Luis Diaz. Cushions it back to James Rodriguez. Tried to rifle it back to the Liverpool man, but Argentina have picked it up on the halfway line and picked up the energy too. McAllister to his left. Down the left-hand side by Tagliafico. Di Maria directs into the penalty area. Tries to slip it across the face of goal. Down to his left. He got low, but Vargas, and pushes it round the post for a corner kick. Di Maria just found a little bit of acceleration, a burst on the edge of the penalty area. The save by Vargas was a good one. You can see why McAllister was appealing for the handball, though. The header just comes off the thigh. I think it's of Johan Mojica. His hand's down by his side, though, and there's even if Rodolfo Toschi did have a look at that, the video assistant referee, I'm sure that would have been waved away. Messi with the set piece, the corner kick from the right-hand side, whipped in towards the near post. That's easily dealt with by Jon Arias and picked up here by James Rodriguez, who tried the early ball forward. There was only one back, and Luis Diaz, if it was a better pass from James Rodriguez, was clean through from the halfway line. Instead, Argentina have won a free kick for a foul on Angel Di Maria, and Lionel Scaloni is incensed. He's right in the ear of the assistant referee here, and he's boiling over. Di Maria just tried to skip past Jefferson Lerma, who's put his arm across the chest of Di Maria, who's gone down very dramatically there. I don't think there's even a touch to his face, and Lionel Scaloni, he's almost lost his rag with the officials. So we head towards the 60-minute mark, still no goals, extra time looms. Jefferson Lerma has a word with the referee. So there'll be any further punishment for the Crystal Palace midfielder. Instead, Argentina with a free kick from deep. 40 yards from goal, very central area. Argentina with their first real period of ascendancy in the game. It's been all Colombia for the majority. Messi's had a glorious chance in the first half. Two stand over the ball as Montiel backpedals to the halfway line. It's the familiar duo of Rodrigo de Paul and Lionel Messi. Both stand, hands on knees, 40 yards from goal, central position. Two crowds of bodies, left and right. Messi towards the left-hand side, looking for Romero. Powerful header down and away by Carlos Cuesta. Fernandez steers it back to the centre circle for Gonzalo Montiel, who, with Cordoba 10 yards away from him, turns it back to the goalkeeper, Emi Martinez. A high-hanging ball to the edge of the penalty area. Good header by Mojica, chested down inside the Colombia half by Jefferson Lerma. Tries to flick it to the left-hand side for Luis Diaz. Lerma trying to press Rodrigo de Paul. That's a misplayed pass from the Atletico Madrid midfielder. Lifted out to the left-hand side for Luis Diaz. In the crossing position, trying to skip away from Christian Romero. Towards the edge of the box, Liverpool man goes. It's into the feet of Rios, who's held off the challenge well. Rides the tackle to Arias on the right-hand side, who drifts in field. The pass forced him backwards. Cordoba uses his body well on the edge of the penalty area. Tries to back hit it towards Arias again. James Rodriguez picks up the loose ball. Rodrigo de Paul with a toe to it. Now flicked out to Di Maria down the left-hand side. Sanchez timed his challenge perfectly. Slipped forward from Sanchez. Colombia back in possession. It's a cheap foul from Alexis McAllister. James Rodriguez. It was a soft one, and the referee blows the whistle and shows Alexis McAllister the yellow card. Richard Rios in the ear of Rafael Klaus, the Brazilian referee. It was late, not malicious by McAllister. Colombia doing ever so well. The #1 ranked team in the world. being denied by the team ranked 12. And James Rodriguez again stands over this set piece. It's in his kind of territory, 40-odd yards from goal, right-hand side. Does favour the left foot. Will he swing this in and put Martinez under a bit of pressure? Line of bodies, 2 steps outside the penalty area. Rodriguez flat and low towards the penalty spot. Header is away by Lisandro Martinez. Nodded down by Rios. Finds Diaz. Strikes from distance, does Lerma. This one, less testing than his last effort. It's high and wide and into the stands behind Martinez's goal. A scare for Colombia at the start of this second half. But, well, they'll be encouraged. They've produced a good number of chances, picking the ball up in dangerous positions and pressing Rodrigo de Paul. They're hunting in packs. It was Lerma and John Arias there. It was just a little bit clumsy from the Fluminense winger, as de Paul just threatened to break away into Colombian territory. Rodrigo de Paul counting up the fouls for the referee, who just smiles back at him. Argentina made a mess of the set piece, and, well, Luis Diaz almost did there, but it's well done by James Rodriguez. Messi's down again. Arias to the edge of the penalty area, almost found Rios. Drops here to Santiago Arias. Right-hand side, Rios low, blocked by Tagliafico. Shepherded behind by Santiago Arias. Messi is in trouble. Johan Mojica, the left back, has just gone to check on Lionel Messi. Just had a little word with him. Messi was trying to catch up with Luis Diaz, and he's stumbled and maybe pulled up in trying to chase him. He's buckled there. And not for the first time this evening, the Argentina medical team are on to treat their greatest ever player. Is this it? Is this the point at which he exits the stage? It looks like Argentina are going to have to find a way to do it without Lionel Messi. They are preparing a change. Nicolas Gonzalez looks like he's going to be coming on. Messi, there were rumours of a hamstring problem throughout the group stage. He was rested in the final group game. He's been a part of the Argentina side ever since, though. And it looks like this will be where the great man wanders off, or rather hobbles off. You can just see as he chases after Luis Diaz, something goes, something pops that causes him to stop in his tracks. So it is Nico Gonzalez, the Fiorentina winger, that will come on. As Lionel Messi departs with 26 minutes remaining of the Copa America final. And there'll be a change of emphasis here, a shift in the Argentina midfield. There are tears in the Argentina stands as they watch their favourite son wander off and take his place on the bench. We'll see how they reshuffle the pack here, and there are tears from the great man himself, who salutes the crowd. That's an emotional looking Lionel Messi, who sits down alongside his colleagues, many of which are still on the pitch and have to defend this corner kick here, as Jefferson Lerma went down in the box briefly, but referee happy to allow the set pieces to take place again. Here is Rodriguez into the 6-yard box. Martinez came through a crowd of bodies. It's a really good take from the goalkeeper. He wanted to get them going quickly, but didn't have any options. Messi overcome with emotion. It's not often you see that, as that's forward from Fernandez. It's a good ball. Now flick wide to the left-hand side. Darting in field. It's a good run from Gonzalez. Early ball to the penalty spot, scooped away just in time by Sanchez. Up to the edge of the penalty centre circle, nodded down by Enzo Fernandez. James Rodriguez latches onto the loose ball inside Colombian territory, taking a bit of time to allow support to arrive and his teammates to get forward. It's down the left-hand side by Mojica, juggled, but not kept in play by Luis Diaz. Lionel Messi sobbing in the Argentina dugout. It's really an awful scene. It's going to be an enduring part of this, the history of this Copa America. We do hope that this isn't the last battle. As Messi alluded to in recent press conferences, that he is now fighting in his final few battles for Argentina. What a wonderful couple of years it's been for him. Champions of this tournament in 2021, World Cup champions in 2022, and again, still in with a chance here to become one of those sides that win it back-to-back and add a 16th title to his wonderful resume. Here's Davinson Sanchez for Colombia, right-hand side of the centre circle, forward to the halfway line for Rios. Turns in front of McAllister, prods this forward. Here's Rios, gets it from Diaz. Rios trying to shrug off Gonzalez, couldn't do so. Gonzalez does well there. The fresh legs of the Fiorentina man, back to Lisandro Martinez. Clipped out to the right-hand side, Gonzalo Montiel down the touchline for Rodrigo de Paul. He tries to slip one forward to Alvarez, holds it up well under pressure. And now on this right-hand side, this is good play. Alvarez is taken over, edge of the penalty area, little touch on it all the way through, has allowed Jefferson Lerma to carry it forward for Colombia. Wide to the left-hand side, Luis Diaz in a little pocket of space. Rodrigo de Paul getting back well. Inside from James Rodriguez. He's back with it, the former Real Madrid midfielder. Rios to his right. Davinson Sanchez encouraged to join in this move from Colombia, with Rios on the right-hand side of the centre circle. Argentina have shuffled the pack. So they're playing with five across the middle now, with Gonzalez on the left-hand side and Alvarez through the middle by himself. Diaz skips past De Paul. There was a handball though. The referee spotted it. Free kick. Argentina on the right-hand side of their own penalty area, and just seeing a shot of Messi's right angle, which is strapped heavily with ice. Argentina with a free kick. 30 yards from their own goal. Christian Romero stands over it. As we tick towards 11 o'clock local time in Miami. Back from De Paul to Fernandez, and now Rodrigo De Paul tries to thread one down the right-hand side. He's done really well to find Montiel into the penalty area. That was off Montiel. Arias came across, but it's a foul, is it? For Colombia. The referee's blown the whistle. Not entirely sure what for. He's trying to explain it to the Colombia team. Yeah, that's a good decision, and actually, as John Arias has got a toe to the ball, as Gonzalo Montiel's gone sliding in, and he's caught Arias. And will be a free kick for Colombia. And, well, that could be a problem for Gonzalo Montiel, who's just sat down. And is he the latest Argentina player to be forced off with injury? Angel Di Maria is now the man with the captain's armband on. There's another change coming here. Nahuel Molina is a more than capable replacement for Gonzalo Montiel, involved earlier on in the tournament in the early group stage games. The Atletico Madrid fullback. He's the most logical change, logical replacement for Montiel. That could have a knock-on effect. Now, if this does go the distance all the way to penalties, if they cannot rely on the likes of Gonzalo Montiel, he's one of the most reliable penalty takers. That could cause them a bit of an issue when it comes to the shootout. They've already come through one in the tournament got a really good record as well over recent years. Historically too, of course, Argentina. And both of these two sides will be hoping it doesn't get there. Sanchez. It's a long ball to the edge of the penalty area. Nodded down by Lisandro Martinez. It's picked up though, 30 yards from goal by Colombia. Wide on this left, that's a good bit of movement by Mojica. Whips one in towards the back post. On the follow-up, tries to put it towards Cordoba. Right, Arias as they're coming together inside the Argentina penalty area. McAllister and Cordoba. Alexis McAllister is in some discomfort here, as is John Cordoba. You get to see a replay of the incident. It was pretty frantic inside the penalty area there. It was back across the face of goal by Arias, and Cordoba was just trying to run past Tagliafico. And the two have arrived almost simultaneously. Cordoba's got a bit of the ball, as has Alexis McAllister, but they've both got a bit more of each other in the process. And Cordoba's caught the top of Alexis McAllister's boot, and Alexis McAllister has caught a bit of Cordoba's ankle. And John Cordoba's back on his feet. And I'm sure Rodolfo Toschi Marquez is having a little look at this, the video assistant referee. Now, for my money, there's no penalty here, but you never know sometimes. There's been some interesting, to say the least, decisions at the tournament so far. And they're still delaying here. Argentina, the defending champions, still really yet to get to grips with the final. Rafael Klaus still delaying things. Alexis McAllister with a quizzical look at the referee. Well, there we go. It's been cleared up eventually. No penalty. And Martinez can launch it long downfield. That's flicked forward off the head of Gonzalez. He's trying to form a front two alongside Alvarez. Long downfield, that's good play by Cordoba to lay it off to the halfway line to Luis Diaz. Into the centre circle comes Jefferson Lerma. 10 yards to his left for John Arias. James Rodriguez holds off the challenge of Enzo Fernandez. Luis Diaz to the middle now. Rios, now James Rodriguez. He wants a handball. That came off McAllister. No, says the referee. Argentina are allowed to play on down this right-hand side with the man with the captain's armband on. Angel Di Maria, cross-field pass, almost trademark. That's nodded down well by Davinson Sanchez. Left-hand side, here comes Tagliafico, inside to McAllister. Back out to the Leon fullback on the left-hand side. Inside to Alexis McAllister. Enzo Fernandez, 24 yards from goal, left of centre. In behind, it's laid off. Jackson, he's stuck it home as well. Flag's gone up. It was Nico Gonzalez who thought he'd put Argentina in front with 15 minutes to go. But it's Nicolas Tagliafico who's clearly offside in the build-up. That's how he's managed to get to the ball and just cushion it into the path of Nicolas Gonzalez. And I think Camilo Vargas knew. He didn't even try and save it. Either that or he spotted the flag. They're going to check it, but it's pretty clear. And Messi can only watch from the sidelines now. There's no automatic VAR here like there has been in the European Championships over the past few weeks. They have to draw the lines manually in the Copa America, and there has been a slight bit of controversy in the tournament as the ball is lifted forward by Colombia out to the right-hand side. The header is won by Nicolas Tagliafico, and Colombia with a throw midway through the Argentina half down the right-hand side. That's tossed into Davinson Sanchez. Now into the centre circle for Jefferson Lerma. And Colombia continue to control the final. It's forward to John Arias, left-hand side for Luis Diaz dancing in front of Enzo Fernandez. Arias inside, laid off by Rios. Mojica across from Lerma to Sanchez. Now Rodriguez outside the centre circle, across it to Lerma. Lays it to his left to Mojica under a little bit of pressure from Di Maria. So it's forward from Cuesta to James Rodriguez. Shuffle to the right hand side here for Davinson Sanchez. Back inside to James Rodriguez. Left footed ball from the right hand inside channel. Out to the left boot to Mojica. Mojica around the outside, tries to play it into the penalty area. It's a good touch though from Nahuel Molina. And Rodrigo de Paul from the right back position tries to clear it. Smothered there by John Arias. Had a play for a throw into Colombia, or to Uruguay. But he's in front of the Colombia fans there, John Arias, and he's trying to get a response from them. There's a very similar quality of performance that they put in against Uruguay in the last round that's been on show here tonight against Argentina. They've shown their attacking moments in patches, but it's been a really resilient performance, well organised by Colombia this evening. And well, they've won themselves a foul inside Argentinian territory, left-hand side. John Arias just floating past Alexis McAllister, who left her leg dangling. James Rodriguez with another opportunity to deliver. They keep finding their heads inside these in the penalty area from these set pieces, Colombia, but they haven't been able to apply the finishing touch yet. With 12 minutes left of the final, can they do so? James Rodriguez with the set piece. Lifted into the penalty area. They've climbed really well again. It was Cuesta and Sanchez. It was Carlos Cuesta with the touch in the end. But he's put it wide of the far post. And Sanchez was probably slightly better positioned. Once again, a wonderful delivery from James Rodriguez, but a potential problem here for Christian Romero, who's down inside his own penalty area, clutching his hamstring. Well, he's quickly back to his feet, helped up to him by Rafael Klaus, the referee. Argentina really haven't found their feet in the game yet, and we're heading towards the last 10 minutes as Romero floats one out to the left-hand side. Tagliafico into midfield. Well done and squeezed down the touchline, and Jackson's after it. And a little bump in the back of Arias is allowed to go. Jackson into the penalty area, who slipped at just the wrong moment. It's just deflected off Davinson Sanchez and into the grateful gloves of Camilo Vargas, who rolled this to Davinson Sanchez, strolling from the edge of his penalty area. Sanchez to his left, finds Cuesta. Pressed by Di Maria, who's giving it away. It was casual. Fernandez, that's a poor pass, and Mojica will intercept in front of Angel Di Maria. Inside to John Arias, back to Mojica, and now James Rodriguez will be pressed by Molina. Back into the penalty area. Vargas will try and unleash one down the left-hand side. Well won by Molina, nods it down the touchline. Replied to by a header of his own by Mojica, and that's just cushioned down by Arias to Lerma. Tries to find Luis Diaz through the middle early. Can't turn away, but ball will break to Cordoba, and he's laid this off to the halfway line for Santiago Arias. Lerma with the crossfield pass right onto the chest of James Rodriguez. Inside to the left-hand inside channel to John Arias. Rios backwards. Lerma. James Rodriguez. John Arias wants the free kick, and the referee's going to oblige. Bit too tight to him, got... was it Angel Di Maria? Well, he's the man in the ear of the referee. It was Enzo Fernandez who was eager to get a toe to the ball. Instead, it'll be a set piece, and this one's from a bit closer in. It probably is a foul as well, having looked at the replay. It's just bump through the back of John Arias. 25 yards from goal left of centre. We're now into single digits in terms of minutes left. And James Rodriguez stands 25 yards from goal. slightly left of centre. The question is, will he try and shoot from here? Looks like he certainly could. There are bodies towards the back post to aim for. As John Arias offers an alternative, stood alongside James Rodriguez. 3 in the wall for Argentina. Emi Martinez peering round it. Rodriguez will try and strike it straight into the middle of the Argentina wall, and well, they've won themselves a free kick. It was Nicholas Jackson taking it away, and John Arias trying to win it back for Colombia. He knew exactly what he was doing there, Nico Gonzalez, excuse me. It's been a long night. Please forgive me. Emi Martinez will take his time for this. Spots up the free kick inside his own penalty area. Or just outside it. Waving bodies forward. This one's going to be hung up high again. Not much height to aim for through the middle for Argentina. Sanchez will win that. It's away from the edge of the penalty area by Arias. Lerma laid back to Mojica, who heaves one down the touchline. It's had a play for a throw into Argentina. Down their right hand side, Nahuel Molina will take it. Midway through Colombia territory, Molina pointing to the penalty area, wants more options, wants to go a bit more direct. Molina still hasn't taken the throw. Eventually gets it into play, and that's easily dealt with by Jefferson Lerma. Loops it up towards the halfway line, where Luis Diaz will challenge with Enzo Fernandez, the Premier League duo, battling for superiority on the halfway line, and it's Rodrigo de Paul that nods it down. McAllister, left-hand side, here's Jackson. Rios with a toe to the ball and strides towards midfield as the Colombian number 6. Lovely pass by Arias. John Arias forward. James Rodriguez with the touch. Arias tries to latch onto the loose ball. Luis Diaz looks at the referee and he's pointing the other direction. Diaz thought he was fouled there. Thought he turned his man. Was it Romero? It was Luis Diaz who was just trying to bundle his way past Christian Romero, and again, it's probably a fair decision by the referee, giving the free kick Argentina's way. It's been a stop-start kind of game. Enzo Fernandez will again play the long ball up towards the edge of the penalty area. Flicks off the head of Nico Gonzalez. I'm so sorry. Nicolas Gonzalez of Fiorentina. So they'll play forward from the edge of the penalty area. Sanchez to his right. Arias over the top. Chased by Cordoba. Emi Martinez quickly off his line and then bowls it swiftly out towards Tagliafico. Squeezed out by Enzo Fernandez to the right-hand side for Nahuel Molina. Prodded in field by Di Maria. Right-hand side of the centre circle is De Paul. Carries it 10 yards forward. Flicked to the right-hand side for Di Maria by Molina. Mojica, a little toe to it. He tried to recover the situation, sprawling on the byline, but couldn't keep it in play. Corner kick Argentina. It's getting to that point in the game where a goal pretty much seals it. Less than 5 minutes left. Tired legs wander forward for Argentina. Di Maria will take this. John Arias and Alexis McAllister, forehead to forehead, but I think both of them joking. The referee didn't see it as a choke. A little bit of a shove out between the two of them. Arias continues to encourage McAllister's slightly spiky temperament at times. Di Maria will deliver. Deep towards the back post, and well, it was Romero who tried to improvise. Would have been something special to keep that alive for Argentina from the byline at the far post. Will be a goal kick instead. Camilo Vargas will be the man to take it for Colombia. Plays it short inside his own penalty area. It looks to me like both sides have settled for extra time. Sanchez smashes it all the way into the Argentina penalty area, plucked out of the sky by Emi Martinez, edge of his own penalty box. Changes incoming for Colombia. Rafael Borre is called forward by Néstor Lorenzo. Whipped out to the right-hand side for Nahuel Molina. Down the right flank for Di Maria. Has to put it back to Rodrigo de Paul just inside Argentina territory. Nice cross-field pass to the left-hand side for Tagliafico. Takes that down and shuffles it inside to Enzo Fernandez. Back to Tagliafico. Fernandez in the centre circle. Into the vicinity of Christian Romero. Spears one forward. Spun out to the right-hand side for Di Maria. Early ball deep towards the back post. Up goes Gonzalez across the face of goal. It's agonisingly out of reach of Alvarez. It's good play from Di Maria to hang one up at the back stick. Taking a leaf out of Colombia's book, Gonzalez towers above Arias. And it's Julian Alvarez who's arriving late at the back post. Gonzalez has really shown his class since coming on. Two changes for Colombia. Richard Rios is going to go off and Kevin Castagne will be coming on. Castaño will be coming on instead. Defensive midfielder. It's slotting alongside Jefferson Lerma in midfield. Richard Rios taking his time to wander off the Palmeiras midfielder. But it will be the Krasnodar defensive-minded midfielder that comes on to replace him, and John Cordoba has put himself about this evening. The forward will make way. And Rafael Borre will come on. For the last few minutes of regulation time. And whatever left we have to play. Colombia goes short from the goal kick. Davinson Sanchez slides that into the feet of Jefferson Lerma, who looks downfield and tries to float one towards Borre, who got in a tangle. It will roll over the byline in the end, though. It was Tagliafico who was closest to. Emiliano Martinez just casually rolls that out. Argentina with a free kick, 6 yards outside their own penalty area. Alessandro Martinez is the man standing over it. Shuffle to the edge of the penalty area for Martinez. Now Romero returns it to Emi Martinez, who flicks one out to the left-hand side. Flick down the touchline, looking for Gonzalez. Arias, it's a handball from Nico Gonzalez. It's tossed in to Davinson Sanchez. We're now into time added on, 4 minutes of it. There was no added time in the other knockout stages, the round of 16, the quarter-finals or the semi-finals, excuse me, no round of 16 in the tournament. That's been given away by Mojica into the penalty area. Di Maria, who's trying to keep it alive, but suddenly they've managed to get it clear, Cuesta. That was a heart-in-his-mouth moment for Camilo Vargas, but still potentially danger here by Argentina. Edge of the penalty area, Fernandez holding off challenges, shifted across to the left. Jackson curls one towards the back post. Mojica with a little flick of the head away from Alvarez. And there's James Rodriguez to clear that against De Paul. A little flick off Rodriguez as it went out of play. Throwing down the right-hand side. Molina has the ability to heave these into the penalty area. Instead, he'll just toss this into De Paul. Close down is Molina by John Arias. Molina with another throw. 6 yards from the corner flag. Toss backwards. Spread to the left-hand side by Romero. Nodded down into the penalty area. And it's awkward by Jefferson Lerma. He's put it behind for a corner. Argentina pressing for a goal. Colombia just pinned back into their own defensive third. Problem for Nicholas Jackson. He's getting himself back to his feet. They've just let their foot off the accelerator here at Colombia. Argentina back in a bit of control with 2 minutes of added time left, and the corner kick from the left-hand side to be taken by Angel Di Maria. Rips it deep towards the back post. Nodded back across the space. Goal by Romero and swiped over the bar. It's a glorious opportunity, and it's dropped to Nicolas Gonzalez from 6 yards out. Had to swivel to try and get something on it and towards goal. Body's in the way as well. Colombia have a goal kick. Still, they can't be separated. It's heaved long downfield. Borre can't collect it. Flicked by Gonzalez, headed forward by Jefferson Lerma, looking for Luis Diaz. Rodrigo de Paul will try and turn away on the halfway line. He's found Di Maria. Stepping field, tries to clip it back towards Alvarez. It's a tired little clearance by Cuesta, but it's enough for now. Rodriguez back to the edge of the penalty area. We are into the last minute. Santi Arias inside to Davinson Sanchez. Cross to Cuesta. Cuesta again from Rodriguez. Mojica tries to sprint down the touchline, gets away from De Paul. Still chasing Mojica. Romero just gets in the way. That's out of play for a goal kick. We're into the last 20 seconds. Martinez takes it short. Can Argentina muster up one last challenge? One last opportunity. It's with Enzo Fernandez. He's laid it off to Christian Romero, and looks like both sides are content here. And the referee's blown the final whistle. And there are no goals. They cannot be separated. We will go for an extra half an hour. I'll be back very, very shortly to bring you live commentary of Colombia versus Argentina in the Copa America. We're going to go to 2 15-minute periods of extra time. Join me shortly.
Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page.
Well, quick turnaround. We're about to get back underway. There will be a change. Nestor Lorenzo going to make his third change here as Juan Quintero will be coming on. I think James Rodriguez looked upset when he saw Quintero was going to be coming on. I'm not sure he'd be the man being replaced, in fact. But still no goals. So we head in towards 30 minutes of extra time. And if they still can't be separated after that, it's the ugliest of ways to finish a football match. It's a penalty shootout. They just toss the coin to the side. Which end they will play from in each half. It's like Argentina playing from left to right, Colombia from right to left. And it is confirmation that James Rodriguez will be going off. And on comes Juan Quintero. Rodriguez did look very upset with that. But an opportunity for Juan Quintero, who was once thought to be one of the most talented players in world football as a young man. Maybe not quite fulfilled his potential, but can he fulfill a role this evening for Colombia and make himself a hero? They are back underway. Still, nothing separates them. Carried forward down the left-hand side by Tagliafico. Spread wide to the right. Di Maria takes it down well and darts in field. Rodrigo de Paul tries to flick it out to the wide area for Nahuel Molina, and Mojica did really well to just shepherd that ball over the byline. If you're just joining us, Lionel Messi had to go off 60 minutes in after a bit of an ankle injury. It's a tackle with Santiago Arias that's seen him with an early exit. One ball downfield again. 100 minutes on the clock and still they continue. Ball in the centre circle, forward from Cuesta. That's a nice pass. Edge of the penalty area. It's just going to skew after Arias hit it from the edge of the penalty area off of Romero, and while both centre halves are out on their feet. Cramp for both of them. That was off the midriff of Lisandro Martinez. Arias thought, why not? And the two of them went flying together. They've almost hurt each other there. He just gave Arias a hint of space on the edge of the box before closing that door in his face. Here's Lisandro Martinez walking out of the penalty area. He'll be pressed by Quintero. Now Romero to his right. He'll find Molina. The ball down the touchline. Was there a little glance off a Colombia boot? There was, says the referee. Rodrigo de Paul looks like he wants to take it. Instead, he'll just leave this to Molina. 3 yards inside Colombia territory, being asked to take a few steps backwards by the referee. Tosses it into play, and it's laid off by Paredes. Here he is alongside Romero. Lo Celso in front of him, trying to make himself free in the centre circle. He's got to go across to the left-hand side for Lisandro Martinez. Martinez shuffles that to his right. Here's Paredes between the two centre halves as the defence splits. Paredes steps forward, tries to slip one through midfield. Finds Di Maria. Down the right-hand side by Molina. Across has come Lautaro Martinez. Laid off towards the right-hand side for Rodrigo de Paul, towards the edge of the penalty area. Di Maria with a little touch away from the challenge. That's a good challenge from Cuesta. He won the ball to the referee, and Colombia will play forward here with Arias. To his namesake, Santi Arias. And here it is on the halfway line. John Arias in the centre circle, trying to hold off the challenge of Rodrigo de Paul. Here he is again. It's a little bit clumsy from Paredes. 2 or 3 yards inside Argentina territory, just to the right of the centre circle, Colombia. We have a minute and a half left until the switch over. It's Mojica towards the back post. That's a really good ball, and Lisandro Martinez had to be alert. Just flicks it over the byline for a corner kick. Luis Diaz was lurking and looking dangerous as well. Mojica stood it up there. Delivery from Juan Quintero from the right-hand side. Left-footed ball. Whipped in towards the 6-yard box. Semi Martinez came out and collected it. Martinez bowls it down the right-hand side for De Paul. Stabs it inside. Lo Celso tries to burst away. He's done really well here. Giovanni Lo Celso, clumsy challenge, but a good one, says the referee, from Jefferson Lerma. Game stretch now. Lerma's just pulled up in the centre circle, gave it to Quintero, who skips past one. Paredes and another, edge of the penalty area, tries to pull the trigger. Ball breaks loose towards his left-hand side for Arias. Dramatic roll and tumble across the turf, been ignored by the referee as Rodrigo de Paul carries it to the halfway line and slides it inside to Paredes. Options in front of him. Lo Celso had no chance against Cuesta. And Castaño forward. John Arias. Jefferson Lerma's barely moving now. He's just walking around the edge of the centre circle with Vargas. We've had 15 minutes of time added on. 1 minute will be added on before we swap ends. Bursting forward, here comes Arias. Forward to Borre, tries to lay it off. Can't find Quintero. Borre will try and chase after the ball like a terrier, but it will foul his man in the process. Free kick from left of centre inside their own half. Will just slide it to Paredes into the centre circle for Rodrigo de Paul. Forward to Lautaro Martinez. Just smothered by yellow shirts, and that's forward from Davinson Sanchez. Lovely little touch from Quintero towards the right-hand side. They're bursting forward. It's in the penalty area. It's Luis Diaz who just ran out of steam as Romero got a toe to the ball. Di Maria to the right-hand side here for Argentina. Referee blows the whistle. That's the end of the first period of extra time. And still no goals. We have 15 minutes left. Otherwise we head to penalties. I'll be back very, very shortly. Don't go anywhere.
Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out...
Well, the ball's on the centre spot. We're ready to get underway for the second period of extra time. 15 more minutes. Another change as well for Colombia incoming. Mikel Borja. Borja is the River Plate forward is going to come on. There's another one as well coming on too. It'll be Jorge Carrascal of Dinamo Moscow. 3, in fact, will be coming on now for Colombia. There'll be an additional change in extra time, of course. Mateus Uribe will be coming on. Jefferson Lerma was hobbling around at the end of that first period of extra time, so I imagine he will be the man replaced by Mateus Uribe in midfield. Confirmation of that, as Jefferson Lerma hasn't returns to the field of play. Now Borja, a bit more of a physical attacking presence up front. He will replace Luis Diaz, who will go off, and John Arias will join him too, to be replaced by Jorge Carrascal. No more changes. Another of the big names go off. Luis Diaz. John Arias, who was effervescent throughout all 105 minutes we've had so far. Will there be another twist? We will see. 15 minutes left to separate these two sides. Otherwise we go to penalties. And they're back underway at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. A long evening, delayed by an hour and 20 minutes. Well, we go an hour and 20 minutes. We already have without a goal. We're now into extra time. It's been 100, will it be 120 minutes without a goal? Colombia are on the front foot, tried to fizz it through early. Did Carrascal. His first touch, just trying to arrow it into Borre, who's formed a front two now with Borja. As Quintero will just operate behind the two. And Carrascal towards the left-hand side. Uribe and Castagno just trying to fill in the gaps where they can. Flick down the left-hand side by Tagliafico. That'll just run away from Nicolas Gonzalez. Another play for a goal kick. It's in the hands of Camilo Vargas. A game lacking in significant proper chances. Messi had a couple. Cordoba brushed the post in the first half. Nicolas Gonzalez, since coming on, has had the lion's share of the Argentinian chances, though. It's long from Vargas. It's flicked on. Borre will chase after it. Scoop from the edge of the penalty area. It's picked up in midfield. It's Giovanni Lo Celso. He's found Rodrigo de Paul. Spread towards the right-hand side. Down the touchline from Molina. Here comes Angel Di Maria. Edge of the penalty area. Tries to cut one towards the back post. Stretching there was Lautaro Martinez. Throwing himself in. He's hurt himself in his man in the process. He's getting back to his feet. The Inter Milan forward. But he was inches away from getting a toe to that cross-come shot from Angel Di Maria. So tight. There's Arias that he clipped as he slid in towards the goal line. Another opportunity for Vargas to get this forward. He's taking every second he can with these goal kicks. Vargas. It's a long one through the middle. Header won by Paredes for Argentina, nodded down by Cuesta. Awkward ball by Rodrigo de Paul. Mojica will get there in front of Angel Di Maria. Colombia can't squeeze it forward to Borja. It's a loose ball down this Colombia right as Arias battles with Gonzalez. It's out of play for a Colombia throw. It's just over the halfway line. Tossed backwards by Arias to Davinson Sanchez. Gets the ball out of his feet and tries to loop one cross field towards the left-hand side. It'll be collected by Carrascal. Slips it inside to Quintero. Quintero has Mojica on his left-hand side, and here is the fullback. Up into attacking territory. Forward towards the edge of the penalty area. It's in behind. And Lisandro Martinez just came across, got in front of Borja as he pulled the trigger. Toe to the ball for the Manchester United defender, puts it behind for a corner as Colombia sliced their way through. It was delicate play from Carrascal. At the last possible moment, Lisandro Martinez just got studs on it. Quintero from the left-hand side. Quintero towards the near post. It's picked up an Argentina head. Will come out the other side of the penalty area. It will be a Colombia throw-in. It was Borja that went racing after it. He'll hand this to Santi Arias. Arias tosses it in. Down the right-hand side. Held up well by Castagno. Assistant referee on the near side points to the corner flag. We did enough, Castagno. Colombia in the ascendancy here, the momentum with the team in yellow is Quintero will take the set piece from the right-hand side. This time the left-footed ball will be stroked to the edge of the penalty area, held up on the corner of it by Carrascal. That'll play for a throw-in. Here comes Santi Arias. Tosses it backwards down the touchline. Finds Quintero. Squeezes it left foot into midfield for Davinson Sanchez across to Cuesta. Ball out of his feet into the left. It's good defending from Molina. Cuesta will have to chase after it. He's racing Molina to the ball. And he's done really well, Cuesta. That's cool stuff from the centre half. That's clipped by Carrascal to the left-hand side. Quintero's in his own penalty area. And he's given that away to Lautaro Martinez on the edge of the box. And that's good defending. Snuffed out the danger by Cuesta. Slip forwards. Borre tried to burst away. That's a good challenge by Paredes on the halfway line, right of centre. Paredes round the corner. Lautaro Martinez in behind, and he's put it beyond the goalkeeper. He's done it again, Lautaro Martinez, for Argentina in extra time. It's his 5th of the tournament. He'll be taking home the golden boot. Will he be taking home a Copa America winners medal? He's set it up for Argentina now. It's not been a vintage performance from them, where so many others have fluffed their lines and spurned their chances. Lautaro Martinez again with the killer instinct. Minutes now from retaining the Copa America and winning it for an unprecedented 16th time. Colombia carved open, out of position. Martinez just peeled off the back of his man and Cuesta couldn't get to him in time. Picked his spot and lifts it. Oh, the goalkeeper might be a bit upset about that. It's through his hands. A wonderful footballer. He's had to play second fiddle to Lionel Messi for the vast majority of his Argentina career. He's only 26, Lautaro Martinez. But it's another goal and a hug for his old friend Lionel Messi. Colombia take the restart quickly. It's Quintero to his left, to Mojica. They've got to conjure up a bit of magic here now. And they don't have much time to do it in. Sanchez inside the Argentina half. Forward now, Quintero back into the centre circle. Sanchez lifts one into the penalty area. Taken down, Borre tries to squeeze it to Boya. Boya's won it back, but unfairly, says the referee, and he slipped in the process, and Argentina will surround Miguel Boya. And tempers are fraying. And Boya just walks away. Paredes won't let him. Which isn't very helpful for Colombia at the moment. Argentina will have the free kick inside their own penalty area. Emi Martinez getting involved, the goalkeeper. The referees having to organise this, sort some stuff out. Well, there's a little cut on the lip of Lisandro Martinez there. And Miguel Boya will be waved over by Rafael Klaus, who wants to show him the yellow card. There's some damage for the Manchester United defender here. We'll have a little look at the replay. It was good play from Rafael Borre, and then across came Manuel Boya, shoulder to shoulder with Rodrigo de Paul. But 5 minutes left to salvage this, Colombia. Miguel Boya brought on as an option as of a battering ram forward, but was a battering ram to concede fouls. He's not helped himself there, though. He's reacted. He's risen to the bait. Martinez helped back to his feet. Changes in the offing for Argentina. Another veteran will get a chance. Nicolas Otamendi. Another in the Century Club of Caps. The Argentina fans think this is over. It'll be Angel Di Maria that departs. Otamendi will come on. Good chance he'll take the captain's armband as well from Angel Di Maria for the last 4.5 minutes. The Argentina supporters think this is in the bag. A third major trophy on the bounce could be theirs. They're a matter of minutes away from it. And at this rate, we're a matter of hours before Otamendi finally gets on the field of play. Angel Di Maria, well, an emotional departure, it seems, from the international stage. We will see if Di Maria confirms he is retiring after this tournament, but it seems from his reaction here as he waves to all four corners of the Hard Rock Stadium, this will be his final bout for Argentina. Will it be a winning one? It looks like it certainly could be. He hands the armband over to Nicolas Otamendi, another man who could well be calling his international career to an end at the end of this tournament. There is a changing of the guard in the offing here in this Argentina side now. Martinez. It's a long one downfield. Edge of the penalty area. Sanchez has nodded it backwards. Lautaro Martinez will try and get there first. Sanchez just bumps him off the ball and clears it down the right-hand side. Across comes Paredes. Plants his header. Out of play. It'll be a Colombia throw-in from their right-hand side, inside their own half of the pitch. The fight looks gone from them, I have to say it. It's Argentina throw instead. Tagliafico toward the corner flag for Lautaro Martinez. Tries to win the corner kick. Instead, it's into the penalty area, and well done by Vargas to scoop it up to the edge of the centre circle. There is Borja. It drops here for Rodrigo de Paul. Colombia have won it back. It was sloppy play from de Paul. Held up in the centre circle by Castaño. Castaño to his left. He wants to take it quickly. Referee will have to blow the whistle and show a yellow card to an Argentina player. Colombia want to get on with it quickly. It's forward to Quintero in the centre circle. Quintero finds Castaño. Arias to Quintero. Now Uribe. Left-hand side for Mojica. Back inside to Uribe. Lifts one up towards the back post. Keeper's come a long way and collects that. Gets a little kiss from Nico Gonzalez in the process. He's just holding his hamstring there, Emi Martinez. Giovanni Lo Celso was the Argentina player booked just a few moments ago. He won't care a bit about that as Emi Martinez gets back to his feet. By my watch, Colombia need to conjure something up in the next 90 seconds. That was just what Argentina needed from their keeper there. He's got it as far away from his goal as he can. The header is won by Sanchez just outside the Colombia penalty area. Castaño wrestling with Lo Celso. It's Colombia's throw-in front of their own bench. Arias into Sanchez. His long ball charged down by Lautaro Martinez. Nodded back by Uribe to Cuesta. Back to the goalkeeper. Into the last minute of extra time. Down the left-hand side for Mojica. Has to get forward quickly. Mojica inside. Quintero scoops one to Arias on the right-hand side of the defence. Still inside their own half here, Colombia. Now it's Quintero from the centre circle. Shifts one to his left. It's Carrascal. It's a clumsy challenge from Paredes. Allowed to go from distance. Carrascal. It's Uribe, in fact, who tried to hit the target. Instead, he hit the last row. 20 seconds remain. Referee looks ready to blow the whistle. He's having a word with Emi Martinez not to waste any more time. Colombia's record unbeaten run looks to be coming to an end. To the team they last lost to. 2 minutes of time added on. We're beyond midnight in Miami. Martinez hammers it into Colombia territory. Davinson Sanchez with a powerful header to the halfway line. It's broken here through to Lautaro Martinez, wrestling for possession inside the penalty area. Vargas will just sprawl and collect. Vargas tosses that into midfield. Carrascal slipped out to the left-hand side. Here's Mojica. Quintero into the centre circle. Carrascal rolls it away from Lo Celso. Forward. Carrascal can't collect the second ball. Paredes will heave one downfield. Vargas inside his own penalty area. Rolls it out. Up to the halfway line come Colombia. Last chance saloon now. Carrascal to his left. Quintero into the penalty area. It was nodded down by Boya. Couldn't collect it second time though. Long one downfield. They're still in possession, Colombia. Still a glimmer of hope as it's pumped forward. Wide to the far side, the right-hand side. It's Tagliafico flying in. Cleared down the left-hand side. Here's Arias. Forward again. Carrascal right of centre. Early ball to the edge of the penalty area. Boya nodded back across the face of goal. Will it drop here for Colombia? Boya back to his feet. Back into the penalty area. Sanchez. Now Cuesta can't get ahead to it. Colombia wants a penalty. Referee waves away their protest. Emi Martinez in possession of the ball just outside the 6-yard box. Colombia screaming. And Rafael Klaus for a spot kick. Surely that's it. He waves Emi Martinez back to his feet. Colombia pleading, desperate for something here. But the referee will blow the whistle very shortly. Argentina heading for a 16th Copa America title. Mojica's not happy about something. Emi Martinez has just handed the ball back to the referee. He's got the ball in his hands. We're still waiting. I think it's going to be a free kick for offside for Boya, but it's all academic at the moment. May well be still a shout for a penalty. It was Cuesta there and Sanchez there jumping for the ball. The appeals from Colombia were instant, but they were waved away by Rafael Klaus, who's still waiting for something from Rodolfo Toschi, I think. I think they're checking this for a potential penalty. Still the delay goes on. This would be a massive twist. Manuel Borgia is just trying to have a word with the referee as a wall of 3 white and blue shirts separate the Colombia forward from the match official. He has the ball in his hand. I think he's waiting for confirmation from the video assistant referee whether there is a penalty or not. And if there is not, the game will be finished. This is really unnecessary. It's going to be dropped at the feet of Emi Martinez. No penalty. Ball at the feet of the Argentina goalkeeper. Martinez will pick it up. An eternity to get it back underway, only for the whistle to be blown very shortly. But Argentina's unprecedented period of success is about to continue. It's another diamond in the golden crown of a golden generation. Lionel Messi, this time, passed on the responsibility for being the hero for La Albiceleste to Lautaro Martinez, so often the understudy, and again this evening applied the finishing